Hi, my name's Tony, and this is my partner Stephen and our dog Rosie. For the past year we've been exploring Ireland in our caravan, but wanting to see the world, we bought our very own van to convert and pursue our dreams of full-time van life. In this video, we begin the process of stripping out the van and getting started on structuring the layout. So join us as we take on our biggest project yet. Okay, ready? So, last time you seen us, we were in England picking up our van, and now that we're back home, it's time to show you some of the changes that we've made.
So if you watched our last video, you'll have seen that we started off with a nice clean van. But unfortunately, sorry Basevan, we had to destroy it. So we stripped everything back, including a lot of the nice plastic sheeting that Tony wanted to keep. I'm thinking of cutting along the bottom of these units and starting to take this away. Probably do the same on this side once I get the seats out. So we've cut the wall down this side and on this side so that we can put our bed and frame out for that. So to gain a wee bit more space inside the van, we've cut away the fiberglass. What I intend to do then is build out a box, just like I've seen in some of the YouTube videos. Box each side so that we can have my head and feet. So we've just decided to take one of the cupboards out, and the reason being is we didn't like where the bathroom was going to be. It was just a bit too small. It just made things feel like it was going to be a bit in the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the remaining bits and pieces I wasn't able to get in the original demolition. So while we were destroying the van, we also decided to take away the bulkhead, and this was an absolute massive task. So taking this away was a nightmare. As well as that, the electrical panels ran along the bottom. So taking this all away allows us now a load of free space. We can enter the cab, which was a massive thing for us for a security element, and so that we could use a wee bit more space for living. So yeah, that's loads more space.
So now that we've stripped out and destroyed our beautiful van, we need to make some notes to prioritise what work needs done.
So it'll be sound deadened will be the first thing. The wheel arches as well, they'll need sound deadened. Insulation. I need to use them measurements for insulation actually, so I do. So insulation, that'll be plastic recyclable. We're going to try and put the plastic foam or plastic insulation into everywhere that we can get, but for those places that we can't get to, the expanding foam is going to have to be what we use. So if we insulate it and put the foil on, then we can put the bed in place. So it'll be the bed, beams and slats. So if you see these metal beams, these are actually IKEA Skorva beams. So my plan, again stealing this from a few other people, is to mount the beams potentially on these metal brackets. But what this does is this gives us a king size bed in the back of a van, and not many people that I know of have done a king size bed in a van widthwise. Most people, if they're doing king size, will have a pull out, but again, because we have this extra wide sort of van, we're going to utilize that space as much as possible.
And because we're extra wide people, we can't get into a double. So the plan is to do full-time van life, and in order to do that, we needed a shower.
So with that in mind, we need to build a shower enclosure. So I've decided to take the cupboard out, and we're going to put the bathroom in here. Now that means the electrical panel, I'm then going to put in the gap between the driver's seat and the bathroom. We've bought some wood, so now I'm going to cut the pieces of wood down to size to make the structure for the bathroom. So now that fits really well, I can continue on with the rest of it.
So we just finished putting in the structure of the shower, and actually we decided that it wasn't going to fit for the purposes of what we needed for, so we're going to remake it and then try and start cladding the outside instead.
So you'll seen earlier we actually had a bit of an enclosure for the shower and bathroom built up, but I wasn't just happy with the way it was working out, especially with the electrical panel. So we've taken it all apart again, and that's the best way because we want to make sure we get it right first time. If we make the max sort of about that there. It'll probably come out a wee bit of a centimetre more. Because what I'm thinking is having this wall our control panel as well. We don't want to make it claustrophobic either. And then we also have to consider coming in the door. So we don't want whenever you're coming in the door for it to feel really claustrophobic as well. So it's about making the bathroom and shower area feel big without sacrificing the rest of the van as well. So it's finding that sort of happy medium. So the reason why we're going to put the electrical panel in behind the driver's seat is because the electrical panel originally went in behind the bulkhead between the two seats. I've taken all the components off it, or as much of the components off it as we don't need, and condensed the panel down. We were putting it behind the driver's seat because a lot of the wires already ran there. We were originally going to put it along this wall. Actually, we'd originally fitted it along this wall, but then we decided we wanted our bathroom here, so that wasn't going to work. So I need 2 cuttings of 52.6 and 3 cuttings of 60.6, and that should give me the box, or the wood sort of idea.
Right, should we ready?
I think we're ready to cut something, yeah.
Sounds like a threat.
So that the lovely Irish summer doesn't stop us from building our van, we've actually bought a gazebo. And as you can see, this is what's happened to it. The perfect again Irish summer blew the bloody gazebo up and over the van roof and just destroyed it.
So what you also might notice behind me here, we have set up a makeshift shelter to keep us dry from the lovely Irish summer that we're having.
So this is quite a big one for me because I've been working on this flat out to try and get us on the road as quickly as possible. So with moving the entire electrical panel and all the controls that were here, everything has had to be moved about. So it's good to know if everything still works.
So it's a new day, a new haircut, and it's absolutely chucking it down outside. So it sort of slowed a bit of the progress that we could have been making with the van, but such is the Irish weather. So for the past week I've essentially just been repeating the process of cutting the frame out and cladding. As you can see here now, we have the enclosure more or less built, and now I'm just working on the shelf. I want to try and get the other side of the enclosure cladded and then ready for the shelf to be plied, and then that is the bathroom enclosure sort of framed out and sort of done as far as we can for now. Another problem that we encountered is that we wanted it to be that bit wider so it gave us space to go to the toilet and shower, and the caveat of that was losing a little slice out of the cupboard. Now we can still use the cupboard okay, it can still open, but we've had to cut a little slot just for sliding the wood in.
So as you can see, we're trying to do quite a lot at one time. We're trying to build a shower enclosure, redo electrics, and also build a bed. So with this being our first van conversion, we would love to know your thoughts and ideas. So if you want to put them in the comments section below, we'll be sure to read them and maybe even implement them into the build. So to all our new subscribers and our existing subscribers, we really want to thank you so much for joining in the journey. As promised in one of our community posts, which we will probably update maybe before you even see this video, we will organise a live featuring the layout software VanSpace that we've been using to sort of get ideas. We'll be able to get some of your input and show you around sort of the van. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and stay posted to see that coming up.
So stay tuned for our future videos where we'll update you on our fan conversion, and remember to subscribe and keep watching so you don't miss out.
But in order to make these changes, we had... Is that right?
Yeah.
In order to make these changes,
We had to make a few adjustments.
Oh.
No, it's okay. You just keep going.
But in order to make these changes, we had to make a few adjustments.
So, we knew we would most likely be doing full-time van life.
Got me to... Yeah.
Go on.
So you already said we needed a bathroom.
We need a shower.
Yeah. So as part of the... No, what did you say?
You need a shower. So
You need a shower.
you need the keywords for your enclosure.
Full enclosure. So we need
I said when you to do full-time van life, we needed a shower. So then
Oh,
we
okay.
say about the enclosure.
I thought you said you wanted your haircut.
There you go.
So if you enjoy... No.
Scream at the poor people. So you die!
Screaming. Watch out for the next video as we...
So watch out for our next video when we continue in